my feet. Oh, gonna lie.
It's fucking stupid cold right now.
Try to buy me a case of vodka and shit. We got a deal on some vodka right now. It's grapefruit jalapeno, the Zveka brand.
Grapefruit jalapeno vodka.
Grapefruit jalapeno for $4.99 a bottle.
There's a reason why it's $4.99 a bottle. That doesn't sound that bad.
No, we get all them deals. We get them deals. We get all kind of bottles here.
Bro, I'm gonna tell you right now, jalapeno vodka is probably fire because I had jalapeno tequila.
Yeah, tequila is hella good. Yeah,
jalapeno tequila because this is company they call Ghost, and they will. I interviewed one of their representatives at my first, pop-up event type situation. Like I did a showcase, the first showcase I did, and they was there and they gave out samples and I damn near drunk a whole bottle by myself, bro. That shit was fire, but it had my whole, from the top of my esophagus all the way down to the core of my stomach, like the bottom last inch of my intestine on fire, bro. On fucking fire.
That's what it's meant to do, bro. It's really supposed to keep you warm.
I ain't gonna lie. That was the week of Halloween 2020. 2020. And it was cold that time. It was cold, so I got heated up for sure. I kind of need that shit right now. Shout out to Ghost Tequila.
Yeah, shit, I just bought a whole case. That shit was only like $50. Damn. Hell yeah.
Man, what you tell me that shit on my off pay week? Goddamn. Zillion, that shit quick as hell.
Not to mention I got a motherfucking rat in my garage, man.
Been there.
I seen that motherfucker. Well, I know he been in there. I've been seeing drop-ins by a certain area. So I'm sitting there last night smoking, and I can hear him. I know where he fucking hides out. I just got to clean from back there. So I hear him, and I like look over, and I see his fucking little head runs behind one of the buckets. So I'm like, oh, this motherfucker, I'm gonna get you this weekend. And then I'm like sitting there, kind of my head over my shoulder. This motherfucker runs to the other side of the garage. So I'm like, jump up, like to try to catch his ass, and I don't see him. So I think he fucking went under the couch while we sitting. I'm like, oh, hell nah. I'm like, yep, I'm about to take everything out of the fucking garage this weekend.
I ain't gonna lie.
About to feed that little motherfucker to you.
Hey, I'm so anti-rodent, bro. I would have got one of them goddamn decon cubes and put peanut butter on that bitch with a throwaway spoon. Because rats love peanut butter more than they love cheese. I'd have put
snakes
that.
Love rats too. So
that killed a snake. I forgot you got them goddamn snakes. I forgot you got them goddamn snakes. Just let them niggas go.
You're right. That's my wife said. She was like, let them loose.
When did that become a thing that rats love cheese?
The fact that you put cheese on the goddamn square and they ate them bitches.
I feel like you can fucking put anything in front of a rat or a mouse and it'll eat it. That motherfucker's just scavenger. That thing will eat anything.
Yeah, but I mean,
if it's hungry, it'll eat anything.
I mean, they do tests with them shits, and on top of that,
there was literally a scientist who sat there for hours going, what do mice like to eat more than anything else?
No, nigga,
let's find out.
No, they probably was trying to administer them a drug, but had to fucking coat that shit with something. So, you know what I'm saying? Like test rats. So they probably like tried different shit. They probably tried butter. They probably tried mayo. They probably tried, you know what I'm saying? Like they probably tried everything until they got down. Like, melt some cheese on that motherfucker.
Let's see what happens.
Put some peanut butter on that shit.
All right, let's get this shit started. All right, 5, 4, 3, 2. What's happening, everybody? What's going on? Another episode of the All Pro JAFFOs, where we bring you the highly elevated sports talk for the highly elevated sports fan. I am your host, JP. Alongside me, as always, the best DJ in the entire world, Mr. DJ Matsticks.
What's up, people?
And the 6'10" beast from the southeast, Mr. Country K.
I'm gonna start my shit like Lil Wayne.
Oh boy. Oh, the lighter.
Konnichiwa, people.
Oh, so how's it going, everybody? Hope everyone has been having a good few days since our episode 100 this past Sunday, a lot of things have happened. So got just a little bit of an update on what's happening with us on January 15th for the Bay Area Cali Classic. So Leslie called me on yesterday, right? It was yesterday that I messaged you guys and showed you.
Mm-hmm.
So she messaged me or called me on Tuesday and said, she's like, I got good news and I got bad news. I was like, all right, give me the bad news. Everybody likes the bad news first. Give me the bad news. She says, I have somebody else doing the announcement. I said, oh, okay, what changed? She said, well, apparently the San Leandro High School, who basically does that, or they play on that field or whatever, their announcer, they didn't know whether or not that he was going to do it. That's why Leslie gave us the green light to go ahead and do it. But she got a phone call saying, guy was excited, was ready to do it, this and that. So she gave it to him. She said she felt bad that we couldn't do the announcing, but in a way, it's kind of a blessing in disguise for us because it gives us more to be able to do. It gives us more to be able to be on the field, in the stands, moving around, actually doing something, getting every single aspect of the game, including possibly even doing our own commentary, for the game. So that's fine, no problem at all with it. And then, but she said, good news is, we're just gonna, you guys still have all the VIP access and everything else like that. So don't feel like that's going to be taken away just because you're not announcing. I also sent her the logo today because she said she was going to be having a banner made for us, which was something that I've been wanting to do for a little bit, either a flag or a banner or something that we can be able to raise and wave proudly wherever it is that we go. So send her that. We'll see what comes out of it. But again, January 15th is going to be an exciting time for all of us. It's going to be great. I think the game, she said, starts at 4 and ends at around 6, is what she said. So we'll probably needing to get there around noon, to make sure that we get everything, our own stuff set up. Basically how we did over at San Jose State. We showed up, game started at 12:30, but we showed up at 9 because we had to get everything, situated and done. And then obviously the pregame warm-ups, pregame interviews, all that other kind of stuff that we need to go and do. So it's still a go. The only thing is we're not going to be announcing the game. But again, even Leslie made a point to this. We could even go into this game, listen to the announcing, how they do it, and then learn from it. And next year, when we go back to the game again, when we'll be able to announce, we know how it is they run it. So it's another learning experience or whatever for us. So that's completely fine. So that's an update on what's going on with us so far. We'll come January. And yeah, National Signing Day was today. And one of the biggest shockers, I guess you could say, in the college football world that happened today. I got to pull up his name right now, but he was the number 1 recruit out of high school, right? And basically everybody had thought he had a verbal commit to FSU, to Florida State. So this is going to make country. I'm sure that all of this news, the fact that it was that it happened to Florida State, probably made it even better for Country K. But what happened today was something that, again, was unprecedented. It's something that nobody's ever really seen happen. I got it right here. The nation's top recruit, Travis Hunter, instead of going to FSU, is going to go play for Deion Sanders at Jackson State. So this is huge. Not only did he basically go up and pick up all the hats of the schools that were recruiting in Georgia, Florida State. I forgot what some of the other hats that he had, but he kind of fake put them on. I'm not going there. And then he got to the FSU hat where everybody thought that he was going. He put it on, smiled, took it off, and threw it down, and everyone lost their shit because right after that, he unzipped his shirt and revealed the Believe moniker that they have.
I believe.
The I Believe. And somebody, probably one of his family members,
he told his brother to throw his hat to him. He said, "Throw me the hat." First off, I wanted to address that. His brother, first off, he prepared for that shit. He told his brother that shit. And his brother was not queued up for the draw. He got the FSU. This is your time to shot. You threw that hat way over there, bro. First off, you showed he's an athlete because he grabbed the hell out of that hat. He threw that motherfucker out of camera. That shit was out of fucking view. My boy grabbed that shit out the air and was like, yeah, like, let me go ahead and throw that on. Hey, shout out to Travis, man. Shout out to Travis. And shout out to Coach Prime, for real, for real. The reason why I say shout out to Coach Prime, because him poaching the #1 recruit from his alma mater is the most beautiful thing I've ever seen in my life. Bro, that's like Baker Mayfield becoming a coach and him stealing Oklahoma players. Josh, you will fucking be happy. You would be happy. You would be happy as fuck. As much as you don't like Baker, you'll be like, oh my God, I love you, not Baker. I love you. You stealing players from Oklahoma? I love you.
That all depends who he goes to coach for.
Come on. If he go to the ACC or if he goes somewhere that's not in the fucking goddamn Big Ten, like, come on, dog. Like, you'll be happy.
Big 12. But we're moving to the SEC in 2 years anyway, so.
Y'all finna get maxed out every game. Every game, maxed out.
If we were getting beat by fucking teams like Kansas this year,
y'all finna get maxed out. They need to put y'all with Wyoming for real.
We talking about being a punching bag of the fucking division. Like that's exactly what's gonna happen. Oh, it's so terrible. It's gonna revamp the Texas A&M rivalry. You know, that's one thing that I'm kind of excited about. But I mean, nonetheless. But yeah, back to Travis. Yeah, that was just when I saw the news, I was like, first thing that came to my mind was Country K's laughing his ass off.
Mm-hmm.
Second thing that came to my mind was Country K was pretty much right at the very beginning of what Deion Sanders was going to be bringing to this program. The stands are packed every game. They just won the SWAC. I think they're in the FCS playoffs right now, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right? Vying for that title, for the FCS national title. And just the fact that, I mean, I still don't think within the next, I don't think as soon as next year they're going to be saying, okay, Jackson State's going to be in the playoff, especially if they're an FCS school. The thing that I would need to see happen first before they would make that jump into the college playoff is they would have to basically leave the FCS into the FBS.
See, this is the reason
they would have to find a conference to be able to join in Division 1, not Division 1A.
See, here's the reason why I don't know if that'd be. All right, let me get it to you in two parts. Firstly, I'm gonna indulge what you're saying. In order to do that, that'll be groundbreaking for fucking HBCUs to be put in the new founded FBS. You know what I'm saying? Just because they're revered as a lower tier school. Secondly, I believe that they'll be able to stay where they're at. This is my opinion. I believe they'll be able to stay where they're at just as long as they win the FCS chip. They'll be able to fucking, you know what I'm talking about? Like, they'll give them some kind of nod or whatever. I feel like this season will predict what happens next season because I'm telling you, popularity is crazy. They stands is already packed out.
Oh, yeah.
They stands already packed out now.
Standing room
only.
Like,
that's what I'm saying. So it's like that kind of fanfare and revere and they games already publicized at a high rate. It's like, dog, like, you know what I mean? Like they ain't gonna have no choice. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because now it's like they went 11-1.
NCAA is
Next
have
year
to be like,
they just
we
got the
need to
number
get
one
this
kid in this fucking nation. So now that's gonna have a trickle down effect. I promise you.
oh yeah,
That's gonna have a trickle down effect. Everybody gonna be going every kind of goddamn on which way going to there. Kids from the transfer portal, all of them. They gonna be loading up trying to go to Jackson State, and they ain't gonna have no choice. Because now they're gonna be next year, they're gonna be blowing people all the way the fuck out. Blowing people out. They're gonna be maxing people out. You can't throw. And his son got both of his sons. Both his one of his sons is a lockdown defender.
His son, who's the quarterback?
Okay, Shiloh. I think that's his name.
Is it Shiloh?
No, I think Shiloh is a DB. I don't know. It's start with S.
It's Deion Jr.
Junior.
Deion Jr. is the QB.
Okay, I don't know.
He's the QB. Is he a senior this year, or is he?
The quarterback is a freshman. He's a freshman, bro. You should. I told you to watch Coach Prime, the series that they had through Barstool. I told you to watch that shit. He is a freshman.
Hold on.
This is his first time playing college ball. He just graduated high school from Texas.
And they just gave him the number one recruit in the entire nation.
Yes, bro. He was a freshman. His brother that plays defense is a sophomore.
Bro. It's not going to be close. They're about to kill everybody.
That's what I'm saying. They gonna have no choice. NCAA ain't gonna have no choice. We gotta do it because we got no choice.
HBCUs, bro. People should be taking HBCUs seriously. Bro, you know how I'm gonna be completely honest with you. There have been so many athletes, NFL athletes, who have come out of HBCUs. I am so surprised that they don't get as much recruiting or as much recognition.
Bro,
it actually baffles me that historically black colleges don't get the amount of love that they deserve, considering how many athletes fucking come out of those schools.
I don't know.
And then Grambling State just not Grambling State, is Grambling University. They just hired Hugh Jackson as their head coach.
It shouldn't surprise you. Black people in general don't get the recognition we deserve.
I was trying to get it out. I was trying to finish, but I was like, that shit surprise.
I'm gonna be honest with you. In my head, I thought about that same thing. Going, that's kind of fucked up.
Yeah,
bro. Like I didn't want to say it because I was like,
the world we live in.
Yeah, man. God, this is bullshit, bro.
Man, sports to be trash. Sports to be trash without us. Sports to be trash without us. Supposed to be trash. It might be honest with you. A lot of shit to be trash. Music.
Take black people out of everything,
bro.
See what the fuck this world would be,
bro.
You got some unseasoned ass food.
Can you imagine just all
half fucked up, like head fucked up?
Could you
car crashes every fucking way? All still be goddamn using
all black people in the country. If all black people in the country just said, you know what, for a whole year, we're not going to do shit.
It'll be
we're not doing nothing for you guys, for anybody. We're all just going to be chilling, doing nothing. This whole country would collapse. Wouldn't know what to do. Wouldn't know what to do.
If you're saying from this standpoint now, then I won't say
that. No, honestly, you're not even talking about just sports. I'm talking about agriculture, everything.
That's what I was talking about too. I was more saying, if you go to agriculture, I'm gonna be honest with you. If we gonna keep it all the way motherfucking real. Still got Mexicans and Asians. They'll go get on that
grass. Days over. We ain't got any more cotton fields. We ain't picking that shit no more.
I'm telling you.
I don't know about the rest of the agriculture.
As soon as us Mexicans came in and said, y'all could take over that work.
Bro, I'm gonna tell you right now, Mexicans and Asian folks will get out there. Don't play with them. Do not play with them. And that mean that shit wholeheartedly with the most respect in the motherfucking world. Because I know the real. Shit, I'm from Florida. I'm gonna tell you right now, the city called Plant City, bro. Don't even play with it. Growing up, bro, don't even play. Don't even play. I ain't even gonna sit and say no more because I might get offensive to somebody. But for real, them boys get out there. Don't play with them now. Shit.
Getting back to football really quick. One thing that happened today, was it you, Mad Six, or was it you, Country K, that put in it had to have been Mad Six because Country K said he only read the title of what happened with Josh Lambo, the kicker for Jacksonville Jaguars.
Oh, hold on.
Oh yeah, the same
hold on.
fucking guy.
Hold on. Before we go to NFL, I got one more story for college. You gonna love this shit. Did you see Spencer Rattler? Where'd he go?
South Carolina.
Mm-hmm. He finna be booed to cheeks.
I never thought he was that good, even at Oklahoma. There's a reason why they benched him so fucking fast. They realized that real quick. They were giving him Heisman hopes just because of what Kyler and Baker did before him. That was literally the only reason why they were giving Heisman hopes. Now he's going to South Carolina, where he's going to get the shit kicked out of him in the SEC. Done. Might as well be in the transfer portal after next year. Going to be ridiculous. But, yeah, it's going back to Josh Lambo. I have the full quote right here. This is from Jonathan Jones. He said, former Jaguars kicker Josh Lambo. Oh, I guess he got cut. Fuck, he says former. As if Josh Lambo's no longer on the team.
Yeah, I don't think he played for them no more here.
Tells NFL Stroud that Urban Meyer kicked him during an August warm-up this preseason. So this is a direct quote. This is what Josh Lambo said. He said, I'm in a lunge position. Left leg forward, right leg back. Urban Meyer, while I'm in the stretch position, comes up to me and says, hey, dipshit, make your fucking kicks. And then kicks me in the leg. Josh Lambo, for the first time, spoke publicly about what he said happened to him in an interview with Tampa Bay Times. Says, it certainly wasn't as hard as he could have done it, but it certainly wasn't a love tap. Lambo said, truthfully, I'd register it as a 5 out of 10, which in the workplace, I don't care if it's football or not, the boss can't strike an employee.
Right.
After a second, I couldn't believe it actually happened. He says, pardon my vulgarity. I'll do it for him. He said, don't ever fucking kick me again. And Urban Meyer's response was, I'm the head ball coach. I'll kick you whenever the fuck I want.
Yeah, he'd have got his motherfucking head kicked in. I don't give a fuck who you kick me, you kick back.
Darius Butler, who is
That's
like
scary.
Darius Butler, who's like great friends, obviously, with Pat McAfee and everybody played for the Colts and stuff for a long time. He said in his tweet, Darius Butler said, yeah, fucking right. Because I would have loved to see Vinny being Adam Vinatieri. He said, or Pat being Pat McAfee, fold old Urban Meyer and he's up in the stretch lines. Had that happen. I can't believe, honestly, though, I'm honestly surprised Lambo didn't just start beating his ass. Or at least when he found out that he was getting cut, because obviously he's a former kicker. Oh, I'm cut. All right, you're about to get this one. Boo! Either a left cross or take a right fucking kick to the face, because you know them kickers and knock some bitch out with the right for the nice roundhouse. See, Maddox right now said, "Oh my God, I would take that pull out so fucking quick."
that whole story would have been different.
This is the most random story I've ever
Urban
heard
Meyer
in my
needs
life.
reconstruction on his face. Boy,
Urban Meyer would have fell slowly. That shit would have been fucking hilarious. He would have kicked him so quick. Boom! He would have like. He would have fell so slowly. Yo,
yeah.
Real shit though. This is hella random. When I saw this, I was like, "Wait, as much shit is going on with Urban Meyer right now in Jacksonville. Now this comes out that he kicked a former kicker, called him a dipshit, and told him to make his kicks. What the fuck?
So you ain't say nothing to nobody. First off, you ain't say nothing to nobody in management. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He was almost out the door. All you had to do pull one more stick on the camel's back. And on top of that, you got cut. I don't believe this story. First off, I don't believe this shit. And on top of that, you got cut for a reason. You was missing your kicks, dipshit. You got one job. I honestly, I don't think
He's like backing
I
up
don't think that
Urban
was
Meyer
right.
just
He's
a little
kicking
bit.
him for sure. Let me
Right, no.
say that. I don't think it's right that he's kicking him, but just make him put the jokes on the fucking shit.
Calling him
Gotta
a
make your
dipshit to
goddamn
make a kick.
kicks.
Yeah. That would have been completely agreeable. Yeah, you should have been making your kicks. Kicking them, yeah, that was out of line. Shouldn't have done it. Shouldn't have done it. If that's exactly what happened. Again, if that happened then, why wait? Like why did it take this long
You couldn't
for that to
get a job.
Yeah, but do you really think doing this is going to get him another job?
Oh no, but I'm just going to let him know, like, shit, you might well go ahead and sign up with Jake. See what's happening at State Farm, like it's rap in the NFL, my boy. Or go talk to the Rock.
USFL's coming up. You can try out for them.
Shit, I go talk to the Rock before I go do some dumb shit like that. That's going even lower than the Rock. Shit, hey Rock, what's happening? Like shit, I kick some
It's
shit.
a year after. That's not until 2023. That's why.
Well, go to Canada until then. Shit, nigga, you gotta do something.
Not the USFL. You're not sold on the USFL, huh?
I gotta see a game first.
That's why you haven't picked the team yet.
Show me a product. You goddamn right. Show me a product. You're gonna have to show me something first. Hey, look, I ain't from Missouri, but
they got 8 teams, 12 weeks. Jesus Christ, 12 weeks of football.
But
you got the Michigan Panthers, the Birmingham Stallions, New Jersey Generals, Houston Gamblers, New Orleans Breakers, the Philly Stars, Pittsburgh Maulers, and the Tampa Bay Bandits. I think we talked about this before, but I think Mad Sticks picked Birmingham. You're the Stallions?
Yep.
Okay, I'm with Houston. That's the only fucking Texas team on here.
to be announced. To be announced.
And it's to be announced. I thought he was going to be Tampa Bay Bandits, same color scheme, really, and everything. But you did make the point you like the Yankees, which is completely random.
They're across the street from Raymond James Stadium, bro. Spring training is across the street from Raymond, like literally across the street, bro.
Yeah, that's right. They do have spring training. The Grapefruit League down there.
It's right across the street. Which in reality, if I'm being fair, I should be a Detroit Tigers fan.
Lions?
Nah.
Detroit Lions?
The baseball team.
Tigers.
Oh, Detroit Tigers.
Yeah, I said it right. I should be them because their spring training shit is in Lakeland.
Oh.
It's called Tiger Town and everything. Like they got a whole thing. The Kiwanis Club hosts their pancake breakfast there every year. Well, at least when I was there, I don't know if they still do it there. Because that pancake breakfast, that shit is legendary. I'm gonna be honest with you, bro.
I have
the whole city.
I have a question. When you're naming a team, right? Do you name it just based on what like mascot or whatever like sounds cool at the time, or do you name it after what your respective city or state is known for, or one of the things that they're known for?
Well, the New Orleans Pelicans is named after the city's bird. That's the Pelicans, New Orleans bird. So that's why they're named that.
New Orleans Breakers right here. It has a picture of a wave. I think that's a little out of taste considering what happened to fucking Hurricane Katrina. But I mean, hey, you're gonna call
you gotta remember
the team.
Tulane is in New Orleans, and that's the logo too.
The green wave. Yeah.
So it was already there before, you know what I'm saying? So they going off of the college. So
Michigan Panthers.
Well, Michigan ain't have a choice. You know what I'm saying? They ain't really had too much shit. It's like game really picked.
Michigan couldn't go with something.
You tried to.
I think Michigan. What the Panthers are trying to be relatively close to what the fucking Wolverines are.
No, the Panthers, with the Lions and Panthers are both cats, bro.
Yeah, but why would you want to associate yourself with that team?
Because the Detroit Lions was there for dumbass long. They have some kind of history with Barry and shit like that. They play in the Thanksgiving every year.
I don't know. I think the Panthers, that's so generic. And there's an NFL team called the Panthers. So it's like
you don't know who owned that team. They owner probably own that shit too.
Probably. Tampa Bay Bandits.
Close to Buccaneers.
How do you explain bandits?
It's another form of a robber. It's another form of robber. Bandits on the horse, or Buccaneers on the ship. They both
Yeah,
robbers.
but
They both stealing loot.
were bandits on horseback known in Florida back in the day?
Well, I mean, if we're gonna say this country, then fuck yeah, it's bandits was just in Texas whipping Haitians. To be honest with you, if we're gonna be real.
I mean, I don't understand. I mean, the Houston Gamblers.
I mean, y'all motherfuckers take gambles all the time. Y'all took a gamble with the fucking y'all own power goddamn grid, and you saw what the fuck happened to that shit. Froze the fuck over. Y'all took a whole gamble. Come on, you want to keep going? Keep going. I got
It has nothing to do with actually gambling money. It has everything to do with gambling our decisions.
Y'all, that's y'all money. Y'all,
We're
if your
gambling with
city
life.
shut down, ain't no money to be made, fam. That's a gamble, and it's more cost efficient. So it's relatively goddamn, and y'all make money all the time. Or y'all taking gambles on mining the shit that y'all living on.
The Pittsburgh Maulers, I can understand their logo is the guy with basically a steel worker. I mean, that's the city of Pittsburgh. So the only thing that I'm surprised of is the colors aren't black and yellow.
What's the color?
Every team in Pittsburgh is normally black and yellow, but their color is orange and purple.
Mm.
So, I mean, most of the teams in the league are pretty much the same, like red,
Sounds like
white,
that owner
and
from Baltimore.
purple and yellow, or in orange.
Yeah, the Orioles and the Ravens.
Mm.
They got two colors of the same, and they got the other colors of those.
That's a hell of a way of looking at it. Fucking A. I would have never put that together. That's a good call.
I mean, shit. I told you I was a genius.
Guru, not a genius.
I know both. I'm both. Believe that.
The Birmingham Stallions. I mean, I'm not. There's not a lot of teams in Alabama, so
I mean that makes
Stallions,
sense.
Stallions ain't bad. That's not a bad name.
It makes sense though.
I mean, yeah. The New Jersey Generals.
Okay, I'm glad you didn't ask. I was waiting.
No.
You go ask the question.
Nope. Not
baby.
crossing that line. Not crossing that line. I'm not gonna do it.
Y'all
Not
want about the
gonna do
Stallions? The Alabama Mandingo.
Tell you, they out there fucking horses out there. Alabama, them motherfuckers don't give a damn. They don't give a damn.
I didn't want to do it.
There you go. It came to your door anyway. Like Amazon Prime.
Fucking Matt said he said Mandingo. Oh shit. Oh, it's too good. I knew I was like one of them was gonna do it. One of them was gonna do it. I know. I was like one of them was gonna say it. Oh shit. And then you got the Philadelphia Stars, which is odd to me because they have the Stars,
Sixers.
but then it's within the belt.
The Sixers. 76ers. Look at their logos. They always got stars. They always got the bell. Those are
so generic though. Fuck.
It's easy.
Why don't they do something like opposite of what their city name, like Philadelphia Dickheads? Like, I don't.
Well, you said opposite, and that's on cue. You should have did like the fucking name and said brotherly love, like they did.
Fucking terrible. They got 8 teams. It's coming in next year. Off-season football, beginning in April. I mean, everyone gets excited. It's like, oh, football after the NFL. Everyone get year-round football. Yeah, year-round football isn't always great football. So, like,
I beg to differ.
I mean, we're already picking teams, but you just like, no, I gotta watch a game before I even consider. Because if you watch a game and they suck, you're not even gonna watch it anymore. to begin
Not
with
at
to be
all.
rooting for a team.
I'm gonna check every team. I'm gonna check every team and see how they play and be like, you know what I'm saying? Because they put the highlights up and stuff, or I could just, you know, periodically watch different teams, different games. You know what I mean? But yeah, no, I ain't picking the teams. I see some shit first. Just like
Yeah.
like the fucking when the XFL was just out. I was a fan of fucking goddamn Walker. My boy Walker, that's the backup for Cam now.
Oh yeah, PJ Walker.
Bruh,
He's the starter now.
What? Him and Cam Phillips? Bro, I remember the receiver name more than I remember PJ name. That's crazy. Bro, Cam Phillips, that boy was gloving shit. I was like, why is he not in the league? Like, they got a lot of players where they was out there balling, but they get to league and then, you know, I feel like a lot of people just nervous and shit. Honestly, that's kind of why I want to see the product. Because you get a lot of people that'll ball on that shit, then they get to league and they get nervous.
Yeah. That's true. But I mean, the real reason why I want to see either the USFL or the XFL, most likely the XFL. The XFL sounds just the team names, everything about it. The Rock owns it, you know, all that kind of shit. I'm trying to see if there is a possibility that another league could be like almost like a minor league or like like kind of how the NBA has the G League.
Bro.
You know, the MLB has minor leagues and all that shit. To have something for the NFL, I mean, I guess you can already call that college, but still, I would think another league would be good because it also gives another outlet for a lot of these players. Because again, like we've talked about it before, not a lot of people make the NFL. What is it, less than 2% of everybody who really tries out for the league really makes it? 1%.
Yeah.
So like it gives more of an outlet for players to be able to go, all right, I may not make the NFL right now, but if I can be able to play in one of these leagues and kind of prove myself and develop myself, maybe I'll get a shot in the NFL.
Well, you gotta also understand that most of these states out here already got minor leagues. They're just not televised. Like the stuff I be playing in and the stuff that me and Mass's homeboy be playing in, that's minor league. The semi-pro and stuff like that, that's minor league. Like all of that is when you fill out the paperwork, it tells you it's minor league at the top of the paper. You know what I'm saying? Like it allows you, like, because the way it's set, the rules set up now, you can play in that and then still go to college because you're not accepting payment. You're paying to play. You get what I'm saying? So they already have stuff like that where you still can develop and play. You know what I mean? And people use that tape to go to college because it's like you ain't that good in high school. You play a year and that you could do that. Also, you could play 3 years because, like I said, the rules change. You can play 3 years in that, and then you can go try out because they using that as your time is in college. You still playing. You know what I'm saying? Like you still played 3 years. You know what I'm saying? Outside of it, because technically, like I said, they got the whole, you teeing that line of professional and minor league to where you still can get your college eligibility and you still can go pro if you play long enough. So that's how I was able to try out because I only played 1 year in college. I went to college, 2 years, but I played 1 year in college. And then I played in that semi-pro multiple years. That's how I was able to try out for Edmonton Eskimos. Because I found out that rule and stuff like that. Because I didn't know that before. Because I was thinking like, damn, I ain't played enough college to be able to do that shit. And it was, like I said, it was a handful of us that was under the same boat as me, played JC, really didn't go nowhere, and then played the semi-pro and we tried out. It was like a handful of us. Everybody else was deep, like big D1. Cal, fucking, they had one dude from A&M, they had one dude from fucking Oregon, had another dude from South Oregon, had another dude from fucking Oregon State. Bro, they had a lot of people out there. So now it's like the rules are a lot more flexible from when I tried out, which was like 5 years ago at this point. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah,
with
the NIL with the NIL coming out, with players being able to get paid for their likeness and all that other kind of stuff, that's definitely changed the landscape of the game compared to when we were playing.
Well, yeah,
you know, for sure.
But that's what I'm saying. It's like people can still really, like, you still can try out. Like, you really, a lot of people shouldn't lose hope. because a lot of these times, like you've been seeing nowadays, the NFL, people getting hurt all the time, like all the fucking time. And just going out and trying out and try to make a practice squad can get you a lot further. There's been a lot of players that hit the big scene, like the main one. Shout out to Bobby Fino, you know what I'm saying? Arian Foster, you know what I'm saying? I'm telling you, Aaron Foster was a practice player and kept going and made a name for himself. Was able to get a big contract. It really didn't work out for him like that because of injuries, but that's where he started at.
Like, I mean, especially in these times and everything now. I mean, fuck, we just got the news not too long ago. 70 fucking players in the NFL.
Yeah.
70 players in the NFL are out this week due to COVID. And how many practice players are getting picked up? So a lot of these practice, just like you said, at least right now, and probably for the foreseeable future, it making a practice squad and everything else, that's going to be huge for players now. That's almost a guaranteed ticket at this point, that at some point during this season, you're going to get it.
Bro, I met practice players. Like when I told you, when my homeboy's brother, the one that stay out there, Ryan Yahweh, his brother used to stay in the same building as Delaney Walker and them, like when he was on the Niners and stuff. So one of the practice players was, kicking it with him and shit. And then we was in the elevator with him. And I asked him straight up, I'm like, you play for the Niners too, bro? He's like, yeah. He's like, I'm a practice player though. I'm like, that's cool. I'm like, you still get the NFL card and shit? He's like, yep. I still got the card that said I'm an NFL player and stuff like that. So I'm like,
yep.
Shit, you made it, bro. You
That's a win,
it, bro. All you gotta do now is it depends on you, your work ethic. You made it. Like that, honestly, that was always my dream. I was like, man, I took the hardest path and I didn't make the right decisions. Man, look, I'm trying outside of get my mind right, try outside of college. If I could just make a practice squad, I'd do everything in my power. Like I'm talking about, but it just didn't work out for me due to injuries. Cause I was, like I said, I was working hard. I started losing weight. I got super fast. I started getting strong and got hurt in that process. So, I mean,
it's fucking wild what happens, man. Shit gets sidetracked quick. I know how you feel. Injuries are a motherfucker.
I mean, shit, if I wouldn't have got injured, we wouldn't have this right here. To be honest with you.
I mean, it would be here. You just wouldn't be on.
True.
We would just be having you as the guest. That'd be different.
That's very true. I didn't think of it that way. I mean, as far as the camaraderie and shit like that, but thanks, Captain Obvious.
It would have been. In other news, before we knock this out, Matt says he got to get back to work. Fucking DeAndre, this is gonna make him happy because throughout the whole season, everyone was telling him how stupid the OBJ D-Hop trade that him and I had during the fantasy football season.
Everybody said it was stupid. It worked out for me. I'm in the playoffs. Where you at, Josh?
I'm in the playoffs too. I made it.
Are you? Did you make it?
I made it. I got the 6th seed. I made it.
Go ahead and knock you out.
Did I make it? I don't know. I didn't even look.
No, Kay, you are not it. No.
Don't tell me. I'm in my other league. I ain't worried about it. Hey, look, I knew. When I saw Mastix at the top, he had 2 teams. I was like, man, Mastix got this shit. Mastix got this shit. Ain't no point of me putting. I gave y'all 45% effort. I ain't gonna sit here and lie. Once I saw my players got injured, I went to 45%. I was at 100. Once I saw my play, I went to 45. I'm not gonna lie.
This is gonna make it a whole lot easier for Matt Six to make his case because fucking DeAndre Hopkins is done for the rest of the year.
Hey, I got players. Do y'all want them? I can just drop them and y'all can just pick them up. I'm just gonna let y'all know that.
Okay,
that's how that works.
Bro. Speaking of dropping players, did you mean to drop Rob Gronkowski?
I don't know what you're talking about.
I don't know what you're talking about. Okay, I see what you're doing. I see what you're doing, you sneaky son of a bitch.
I don't know what you're talking about.
You sneaky son of a bitch. If it works out the way I think it's about to work out, fuck you. Okay? In the worst way.
You might as well just go
commendable.
ahead and
I
get mad now.
respect it because you are really trying to not give these listeners and stuff like that who are playing against us any of this money. It's respectable. I get it. But holy fuck, man. If it ends up coming down to like you and me in the championship type of thing, fuck, I would at least like to have that, but nah, hell no. You best believe I put in a claim though. I put in a goddamn claim. You're right, I did. Goddamn right I put in a claim for that. Probably not gonna get it, but I was like, this dude really dropped Rob Gronkowski. Like I was like, and I know everybody is seeing this. I know everybody in the league is seeing this. I was like, so you know, bro, everybody who's in the playoffs, all top 6, they are trying to make a claim for that. And I think me being the 6th seed, might give me the priority. If anybody
I haven't seen a waiver.
I'm just gonna say this right now. Anybody who didn't make the playoffs, if you're trying to make claims and free, you know, try to be, going through the waiver wires, you need to stop. Now is not your time. Okay. You need to take the L. You didn't make it. Sorry. Better luck next year. Yeah, that's fine. But
That need to be said.
y'all have no reason to be making any claims for anybody in the waiver wire. The waiver.
Right.
I'm gonna figure out how to make it to where, like, once it comes to the playoffs, the teams that are in are the only teams that can make waiver wire moves.
That's how it should be anyway. But man, motherfuckers be having the shit open. You get play. I'm like, bro, that shit don't even make sense for you.
Bro, people try to take this shit
being a hater
serious.
now.
Like,
Let me get my bike to bike like Brady, motherfuckers.
At least I can win the was it the participation trophy one? What the fuck is it called?
You just said it.
No. It's called something different.
Consolation, man.
Consolation trophy. They would rather take a consolation trophy than
they want to be fourth place.
I don't give a shit. I don't give a shit.
They want to be fourth, bro. Let them be.
You're not winning anything. Being in fourth, I'm sorry, in this league, you either win or you get nothing. That's plain and simple. No participation.
First or your last.
I got to figure out a way to be able to fuck with the playoff system to where the 6 teams that are in the playoffs, you're in. There's no consolation prize. There's no. That's the whole. It's giving people a reason to fucking put the waiver wire claims for shit that doesn't matter for them.
Give them a reason to hate, so we end up looking like this. My background. All right, come on in the bite. Come on in the bite. Since you want to try to be swifty, let's go, motherfucker.
Yeah, I tried to pull some shit off, but it was too late for me to do it. Because I sure was trying to trade myself some of the players from the other team, but it was too late for the trade deadline. Because I was like, if I put them in waivers, it's not guaranteed I'm gonna get them. But I'm like, if I trade them, then as long as nobody veto them, he mine.
No, man, you for real were trying to load up your fucking
Hell yeah, I did.
He was basically about to take all of his shitty players.
So I might as well start cutting everybody in.
He was about to take all his shitty players from one team and swap them for the good players on the other team. He was really.
I was stacking up to go fight your father-in-law because I think he gonna win it. But I was like, I gotta, he top dog.
You know how much hate we would have gotten, how much collision mail we would have gotten for that shit. Hey, y'all cheating. Y'all had 2 teams. What the hell? What, you thought we were just gonna give you the 100? No,
right.
To fill up spots. We had another spot we needed to fill, and some of y'all didn't want to take the plunge. So I'm not even gonna sit here and act like this.
Yeah, that shit was funny.
You're lucky we didn't make it a 12-man league.
I was in there like, who I need? Like, who I got on the other team I could use? I'm like going down. I'm like, Gronk, the only person I really need on here. I'm like, yep, let me go ahead and I'm gonna drop him real quick and then claim him real quick off the waivers.
It's just terrible. Funny. As soon as I saw that this morning, I'm like, I know this motherfucker And I clicked on him. I'm like, is he like on the IR or something? Did he get hurt? What the fuck happened? Like, what's it? No, fully healthy. Why? Why? Why the fuck is Rob Gronkowski being dropped right now? And then it clicked, and I'm like, oh, okay. Like he's trying to load up his other team as if the rest of us aren't seeing this same shit.
Right? I figured early enough ain't nobody paying attention, so that's why I did that shit like early. That shit was like 7, 8
Like
o'clock
had
in the
an
morning.
alarm. Hey, I gotta do that shit at 3, 4 o'clock in the morning. Nobody fucking see it.
Ain't nobody paying attention. Everybody at work but me right now, so.
Well, you act like we don't have notifications. We'll see that shit eventually.
Not
It's never gonna
eventually.
go
It
through
might.
till Wednesday.
Eventually, it might be too late.
I'm
not even
enough.
sure
I
like
was
what
up early enough
what
this
his
morning.
waiver date is.
It
should. Everything should clear tomorrow.
Going like this motherfucker. I'm on my way to work going. I almost had to pull over for a second. I almost had to be like, hold on. This son of a bitch really just. I was like, all right. He wants to do that. I'm like, that would be cool for me. It doesn't matter. I got Kittle right now, but Kittle's been balling out.
You don't need both.
No, fuck that. I do, so nobody else can get him.
And let me ask you this: what do you think of Jeff Wilson on your team, Josh?
Jeff Wilson?
Hmm.
He's a third running back.
I know that.
He's a number 3 guy.
I know, but you got players hurt right now.
You're like 3 out of 30 this year.
Mitchell got a knee and a concussion.
Yep.
And he just had 13 carries. You said might not. He already out. They lost him out.
Then he's done. Yeah, he ain't gonna play. Jeff Wilson. Here's the thing with Jeff Wilson, and this is why I say he's a number 3 running back, because in a rotation of running backs, in a typical roster, you would have 3, 4, sometimes 5 if the guy's a punt returner on your roster going in. So you have that normal rotation, that 2-headed monster that they normally call it, your 2 best backs up there. The number 3 guy is obviously there for the injuries and stuff like that. But Jeff Wilson is the type of player that benefits from teams not preparing for him. You know what I mean? Like if people are finding out like, oh shit, the guy that's the real one, like, wait, who's Jeff Wilson? He benefits from that. For sure. But do I think he's good? Yeah. Do I think he's great? No. That's what I say. Like he's got a lot in his game that looks good. And because the offensive line has been deep, it has been good this year. You know, he's been benefiting from that. But it's like, again, having a good one day the offensive line isn't having a good day and you can't make anything happen, it exposes you.
Y'all play Atlanta, and I got them on my team.
Yeah, and they suck ass.
I know. I got them on my team, and I'm trying to see whether I should keep them on my team and get somebody from the waivers. Go get Stevenson from New England again, or keep him.
Wait, who are you talking about dropping?
Wilson.
Oh, Jeff Wilson. He's a Niner.
I know that, but
I'm talking about against Atlanta. You want to keep him. Oh, yeah. So you're asking me whether I think you should start him.
Well, I already got him started because my other back is Mark Ingram, and he goddamn got COVID.
Well, I mean, you kind of have to start him then. I mean, talking fantasy purposes, he'll get you 10 points.
This week, for sure. Because I kind of need them bitches.
He's like, don't fuck with me, like, for real. Can you pull it off?
Hey, look, can he pull this shit off this week? Hey, you are the Niner aficionado on this motherfucking call. Look
against Atlanta, he will at minimum get you 10 points. I can guarantee.
He just beat y'all.
Man, I don't give a fuck who wins. I don't care who wins the bout.
Atlanta go fuck around and watch.
Hey, I just need Jeff Wilson to produce 10 because I got Lombardi Lenny.
He's gonna put that juju out there that's gonna
Yeah,
No, that's going to end up Jeff Wilson's going to be the one ending up fucking fumbling 2 times, losing points and shit, and then getting benched. That's what's going to happen if he keeps putting that type of bad energy out there.
You getting down to the wire where you get these teams that don't give a fuck. They ain't got shit to lose, so why not go out and win? You know, it's always them
I
teams
hate
that,
teams
that
like that.
upset somebody.
We're taking somebody out with us, motherfucker.
The Niners ain't getting that wild card.
There's no solid proof that we will be in the wild card just yet. Oh, they have us in the 6th seed right now.
Hey, if y'all get that wild card spot and get maxed out, bro, I'm a holler.
Bro, if we do get the wild
Y'all be
card
so
spot,
happy.
we are going to get, dude. There's no
maxed out, bro. You either
what
gonna have
playoff
Green Bay or
team
us.
right
You gonna
now?
get maxed out.
That's what I'm saying. Green Bay might. I mean, you know what? If we played Green Bay,
Y'all always kind of have Aaron Rodgers' number in the playoffs. I will say that.
we might have a shot.
As recent history goes, y'all maxed them out the last time y'all played in the playoffs.
We might have a shot. Just
But they ain't got nobody playing this year. They ain't got nobody.
it's one of
Niners, bro.
those.
And they defense playing well in Green Bay.
By playoff time, we're actually supposed to have, if we get to the playoffs, Mostert should be back.
But y'all cutting D4.
Which is a surprising move to me.
I told you.
They're making room. They got to make room.
Bro, I tried to tell you about
Here's what.
your
Okay, so
D-line.
here's what pisses me off about it. If we're cutting D4, I mean,
like
we're
15
basically
D-line
taking
on
away
D-line.
Bosa's compliment on that side. We're cutting him on Wednesday or today, basically. We're trying to make. I mean, we're already in the playoff run. Why not try and make the playoffs? Again, we're not getting an early first round pick. So why the fuck do you want to reward the team that we gave our first round pick, a top 5 or a top 10 pick? Nah, you get that shit as deep as you possibly can to make sure that it is close to a second rounder than it is an early first rounder as you can.
I'm not
If
gonna
you
lie
have
to
a
you.
viable shot, I don't even give a fuck if we make it to the playoffs and we get maxed out the first game, one and done. I don't give a shit. But that just guarantees that the pick that we just gave up is going to be a late first rounder for sure, for certain. I don't care how deep we go, just as long as we make the playoffs, it guarantees that the high pick or the pick that we gave up is going to be a late round. That's best case scenario. Why the fuck would you give away a defensive? It looks what is somebody on that side of the ball playing better than D Ford right now? If so, I haven't fucking seen it. The entire defense looks like shit right now. The only shining points in this defense is Fred Warner and Nick Bosa. But that's it. That is absolutely it. Other than those two guys, there is nothing about the 49er defense that oohs and ahs fucking anyone.
I ain't gonna lie to you. Bosa
So-
playing well enough for 2 people. And at the same time, I don't want to say this, but since Matt Six about to deal by my was said, D4 gonna 4 round go to the Cowboys or the Chiefs.
That's why I was thinking that. I'm like, Dallas gonna pick his ass up to add to that defense.
That shit sickens my soul.
Mm-hmm. Dallas will straight pick him up.
I can't
Either
believe
going
we're
to
going to
one
end
of
on
them
a
two
note where
teams.
I'm going to be pissed the fuck off the rest of the night because of this.
He gonna punch his pillow. He gonna punch the shit out of his pillow.
That motherfucker go.
He gonna punch the shit out of his pillow. He gonna be beating the shit out of that pillow ass, bro.
Bro, this shit is, it just pisses me off in the worst way. It's just, I don't see them doing what they need to be doing. Again, it's like there needs to be a realization. We are not Super Bowl contenders right now at all. We are not Super Bowl contenders. But if we can somehow make it to the playoffs, that'll at least rectify the bullshit trade that we made to get a project quarterback. That's the only thing that you can hope for in that situation.
But think about it. You got to think about it like this, bro. Jimmy G, even though y'all barely winning, y'all winning games right now. So he's winning games for you. Trey Lance
No,
is
it's
seeing
George
that.
Kittle is winning games. George Kittle and Debo Samuel are winning games.
Yeah, George Kittle and
That's
Debo
it.
winning game.
I'm be honest with you. In order for them to get the ball, Jimmy G got to get it there. So
When I Debo, they just hand him the ball. Let that fool run.
well, Debo, but yeah, but George Kittle for sure. George Kittle been doing most of the labor. So in order
George
for
Kittle has had to make catches that like.
But who's making the throw? You got to remember who's making that throw.
It was a bad throw, and because of George Kittle's athleticism, he was able to catch it.
Was it a
He
bad throw?
bailed
Was
out.
Jimmy almost getting ducked out? Was he about to get fucking goddamn clocked out? I mean,
Hell no. It was a perfect pocket, and he literally George Kittle had to put everything he fucking had to try and catch that ball.
probably
It
lost
was
the
not
ball.
a good throw from Jimmy, but he
Yeah, he
got the
probably
ball.
lost the ball. Yeah, he probably lost it. But I mean, the other throws, were they solid?
No, he doesn't throw the deep ball like ever. He really doesn't
I'm
ever
talking about
throw
the George.
to George. I mean, the only time he throws it to George, it's not even enough. I honestly think
George just had 150 this last game. Shit.
George should have broken T.O.'s fucking reception record this last weekend.
But
he should have had 25 receptions and he should have broke Julio's record of 300. He should have broken all sorts of records that game. I was telling Matt Six, give Kittle the fucking ball. They can't cover him at all. They cannot contain or handle George Kittle at all. Give him the fucking ball. And they're looking elsewhere. It's stupidity. I can't. I'm looking at Jimmy G going,
"Want to clear all this out?"
Fucking pissed me off. But anyways, we gotta get it going. Yep. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you guys for hanging out with us. That's it. Got to go back to work. I got to go to bed because fucking work is in the morning. We love you guys. Thank you for hanging out with us. JAFFO Army. We will see you on Sunday with more news and more stupidity that you see on a daily basis with this show. So yeah, thank you guys for joining us again for this Wednesday. See you Sunday. I'm JP, Country K, Mad Sticks, all for JAFFOs. We will see you guys later for 102. Deuces.